In today's video, I'm going to be going over 20 things that you need to know about the latest deadrails update. These things range from big game-changing new items to smaller features you may not have known were added in this update. So without further ado, let's get right into it. Starting with number 1, Nightmare Mode. Nightmare Mode is a new game mode that was added to deadrails in this recent update. It is basically a harder version and harder difficulty of the main game. The reason that this game mode is a greater challenge is because loot spawns less often around the map, enemies are buffed and are able to do more damage, and on top of that, they have more health. In this game mode, passive healing is also disabled. One good thing about Nightmare Mode is that if you beat the game, you get 20 bonds instead of 10. If you are someone wondering why you are not able to play Nightmare Mode, it is because you need to beat the main game difficulty at least once. If you didn't know, it is possible to play Nightmare Mode if you join a player that chooses Nightmare Mode in the lobby. I think Nightmare Mode is a great addition to the game, and hopefully, this means we might get more and different game modes added to deadrails in the future. Moving on to number 2, confirmation of an April Fool's update. If you didn't know, the developers have confirmed that deadrails will be receiving an April Fool's update on April Fool's Day. This confirmation can be found on Discord if you look at the update logs of the recent update. The main deadrails developer, Rico, states this by saying, "Also, stay tuned for something special on April Fools." This is exciting, and I wonder what kind of silly things will be added in the deadrails April Fools update. So make sure you guys are on the lookout on April Fool's Day for a special update that will come out. And make sure you guys subscribe to the channel because I will be checking out the April Fool's update when it comes out. Now, number 3, the addition of horse carts. A horse cart is a new item that was introduced in this update, and by finding this item at barn locations, you are able to attach it to horses. Horses are able to pull this cart, and on top of that, you are able to weld items to these horse carts. A cool thing about these horse carts is that they are quite useful in helping you complete the Pony Express challenge much easier, so I'm sure a lot of people will be using the horse cart to complete that challenge. Number 4, ores. Ores can be found near the train tracks and you are able to mine them to get various valuables. Ores have 3 different variants, with those 3 variants being coal ores, silver ores, and gold ores, which when mined you get coal, silver nuggets, and gold nuggets respectively. If you didn't know, you can use the miner class to mine these ores faster by using a pickaxe, which is one of the things that a miner spawns with at the start of a run. Number 5, the town of Sterling. Sterling is a new location that can be found in deadrails, and it is an abandoned town known specifically for mining. What is nice about this location is that there are no enemies in Sterling, and enemies do not spawn at all in the town. Enemies can only be found once you enter the Mineshaft, but the town itself is peaceful and safe. Number 6. Staying on the topic of the town of Sterling, you need to know that there is no loot that spawns in the town. Apart from some bonds lying around in the buildings, a Jade tablet in the church, as well as a torch in the sheriff's office, there's no other loot that spawns in the town. This means you can't find any valuables, junk, or even weapons in the buildings at this location. How unfortunate. Number 7. The lore for the town of Sterling. The lore for Sterling is quite dark, with the miners of the town mysteriously going missing. The situation got so bad to the point that the mines had to be sealed off, and civilians in Sterling were being advised that they should depart Sterling. There are also 2 notes that can be found at this location. One of the notes reads, "Dear, if you find your way back to this house, I took everything and left for San Antonio. I hope to meet there. I can't wait anymore." The second note reads, "People of Sterling, I gathered you here today to urge you to move away from here. Too many men have been lost to the mines for there to be a sustainable future. After this meeting, the sheriff will declare all missing miners as deceased." There is much more lore behind Sterling, but I will save that for another video where I talk about the lore behind the town of Sterling in more depth. So be sure to subscribe to not miss out on that video. Number 8, the Mineshaft. The Mineshaft can be found behind Sterling and is blocked off by some wooden planks. If you look around the entrance to the mine, you will find some dynamite, which you will have to use in order to enter. The mineshaft is full of tight spaces, so make sure you are careful. The mines are also filled with some great loot though, so it is worth raiding them. But watch out. The mines are filled with skeletons and dynamite zombies that make the journey to getting the valuable loot quite the challenge. Number 9. Dynamite zombies. Dynamite zombies are a new variation of zombies and are quite different from other zombie variations because they spawn with dynamite in their hands. Be sure to not let them get too close to you because their dynamite will explode and deal a large amount of damage. You really have to be careful with them and try when possible to deal with them from a distance by using a gun, for example. Number 10. Jade tablets. Jade tablets are important if you want to unlock the Jade sword in the mineshaft. You will need to find 4 Jade tablets in order to unlock the Jade sword. Once you find all 4, you need to place them on a big red button hidden in a room in the mineshaft. One of these tablets is already on the red button. 2 more of these tablets can be found in the mineshaft, so be sure to look out for them while exploring the mines. The final tablet can be found in the Sterling Church. Number 11. The Jade Sword. The Jade Sword is a melee weapon that can be found in the mineshaft behind Sterling. This is a very unique weapon because when defeating an enemy with this weapon, there's a chance to turn that enemy into an ally. This is quite useful and overpowered because any enemy you turn into an ally will attack other enemies, and those enemies will stop focusing and trying to attack you, and instead they will focus on your ally. You unfortunately can't drag your allies, so they won't be able to follow you around everywhere. It is definitely worth raiding the mines to get the Jade Sword. Number 12. The Strange Mask. The Strange Mask is another item that can be found in the mineshaft behind Sterling. It is a quite unique item because it makes enemies that have died respawn and fight with you on your side. You need to be careful when picking up the Strange Mask in the mines because it will cause 3 werewolves to spawn. You need to know that once an enemy dies while wearing the mask, they cannot be revived again. Don't worry though, because you will be able to retrieve the mask and use it again on another dead enemy. Number 13. Flying Horses. Did you know that it was possible to fly with horses in deadrails? This is not possible anymore though, as this was patched in the latest update. If you ever flew around with a horse, I'm sorry to inform you that this is no longer possible. Number 14. Lanterns. This update added lanterns to buildings so that it wouldn't be as dark during night. A smaller addition to this update, but definitely a useful one. Number 15. Tameable Wolves. You are now able to tame wolves that you find around the map by feeding them any enemy corpse. They will be able to attack any enemy for you, making them useful companions. You are luckily able to take them along with you on your journey, which can help a lot, especially when you have a large pack of wolves on your side. Number 16. New music. You need to know that this update introduced some new music into the game, which includes some new fighting music as well as different songs for different enemies. So make sure to keep your ears open and listen to see if you can spot the new music added into deadrails. Number 17. The ability to rotate objects. You can now rotate objects while dragging them. This is a smaller addition to this update, but can definitely be helpful. Number 18. New zombie variants. In this update, 3 new zombie variants were added and have a 5% chance to replace regular zombies when spawning in. These 3 new zombie variants include the Sheriff Zombie, Ironclad Zombie, and Dynamite Zombie. These zombie variants will either spawn in with a revolver, a full set of armor, or dynamite respectively. Number 19. 3 new challenges. This update added 3 new challenges into the game. The first challenge is called Recommended Dosage, and in order to complete this challenge, you need to drink 10 snake oils in 10 seconds. The second challenge is called Gunslinger, and in order to complete this challenge, you need to have 20 guns in your inventory at once. The third challenge is called Tycoon, and in order to complete this challenge, you need to have over $1,000 in one game. Have fun completing these challenges. Number 20. Buffs to classes. The final thing that you need to know about this deadrails update is some buffs to two of the classes in-game. The Conductor class got a buff so that instead of having half the health of the other classes, it now has the same amount of health as the other classes. The Ironclad class got a buff so that anyone using this class has a 10% slower walk speed instead of the 20% slower walk speed before. Anyways guys, that is going to be the end of this video. If you enjoyed the video, be sure to leave a like and subscribe for more deadrails content. Be sure to also comment down below what your favorite thing is in this new update. See you guys!